Hello folks, Neuro here, back with another fascinating topic. Today we're delving into the world of architectural wonders and engineering marvels. Our spotlight shines on the iconic Leaning Tower of Pisa. An architectural artwork from medieval Europe, this tower has been leaning since its construction in the 12th century. But why does it lean? Well, it's all down to the soft, unstable soil it was built upon, causing it to tilt. Now, here's where it gets interesting. We're going to explore the intriguing possibility of straightening this legendary tower. Can modern engineering offer a solution to this centuries-old conundrum? Or is the lean simply part of the tower's indomitable charm? We'll delve into past attempts at straightening the tower, discuss the potential of modern engineering techniques, and ponder the implications of straightening a symbol of architectural persistence. So, can we really straighten the Leaning Tower of Pisa? Stay tuned to find out. The lean of the tower isn't a design feature, it's a mistake. Now, before you go blaming the architects, let's dig a little deeper into this. The true culprit behind this architectural anomaly lies beneath the surface. Literally, the Tower of Pisa was built on a patch of land that was once a river estuary. This land is made up of a mixture of clay, fine sand, and shells, a concoction known in the engineering world as marl. Sounds fancy, doesn't it? But let me tell you, marl is not an engineer's best friend. It's soft, weak, and very unstable. Not the ideal foundation for a structure that weighs around 14,500 metric tons. Now imagine you're trying to build a tower on this marly mess. You've laid down the first few floors and everything seems fine. But as you add more floors and consequently more weight, the soil begins to compact under the pressure. And not evenly, mind you. The side with the softer soil compacts more, causing your tower to lean. That's exactly what happened to the Tower of Pisa. The builders noticed the lean after they'd completed the third floor, but instead of calling it quits, they decided to continue, adjusting the design of the upper floors to compensate for the tilt. A bold move, no doubt, but not one that solved the problem. Over the centuries, the lean continued to increase due to the unstable soil and the tower's weight. At its worst, the tower leaned at an angle of 5.5 degrees. That's about the same angle as the slope on a wheelchair ramp. Despite all this, the tower has managed to stay upright for over 800 years. That's a testament to the skill and ingenuity of the architects and engineers who built and preserved it. But it also raises a rather interesting question. Could the tower have been built straight if the soil conditions were different? With such unstable foundations, it's a wonder the tower is still standing. Believe it or not, there have been numerous attempts to straighten the tower. The Leaning Tower of Pisa, a monument known worldwide for its peculiar tilt, has been the subject of many well-intentioned efforts to correct its lean. Some of these attempts date back to the early days of its construction, but let's fast forward to a more modern endeavor, the 1990s. In the year 1990, a multinational task force of engineers, historians, and soil experts came together with one common goal: to reduce the lean of the tower. The technique they used was soil extraction. This process involves removing soil from beneath the raised end of the tower to let gravity do the work and pull the tower back towards the vertical. However, despite their best efforts, the process was slow and fraught with danger. The tower's lean actually increased initially, causing a public uproar and leading to the tower being closed to the public for the next 10 years. During this closure, the team worked tirelessly to stabilize the tower. They used hundreds of tons of lead counterweights, installed steel cables to cinch the structure, and continued the soil extraction process. By the year 2001, they had managed to reduce the lean by a little over a foot, a significant achievement, but the tower was still far from straight. There have been other attempts as well, both before and after the 1990 project. Some methods were more eccentric than others, ranging from adding a counterweight on the raised side to constructing a twin tower to pull it back upright. Yet, each attempt carried with it a risk of causing irreversible damage or even a catastrophic collapse. Despite these attempts, the tower still leans. But could a more modern approach succeed? With advancements in engineering, we now have techniques that could potentially straighten the tower. As we delve into the realm of modern engineering, we uncover two prominent methods that could theoretically rectify the tilt of our beloved Leaning Tower of Pisa. These methods are soil extraction and counterweighting. soil extraction is a fascinating process. It involves the careful removal of soil from beneath the higher end of the tower. As the soil is extracted, the weight of the tower causes it to slowly sink into the ground on the elevated side. This could gradually straighten the tower. It sounds simple, but it's a delicate operation. Too much soil extraction could lead to instability, while too little may not rectify the lean. On the other hand, we have the counterweight technique. This method employs the use of heavy weights placed on the side of the tower opposite the lean. The gravitational pull on these weights could potentially straighten the tower by pulling it towards the counterweights. However, this method also requires precision, as too much weight could cause further damage to the structure, while too little may not have the desired effect. Both these techniques, however, are not without their challenges. The Leaning Tower of Pisa is not just any building. It's a historical monument with a delicate architecture that requires special care and attention. Any attempt to straighten it could potentially damage its structure, or worse, cause it to collapse. And that's a risk no one is willing to take. In addition, these techniques would be costly and time-consuming, requiring extensive planning, resources, and manpower. It's not just about straightening a tower, it's about preserving a piece of history, and that's no small task. So we have the techniques, but the question remains, should we straighten the tower? The lean of the tower is what makes it so iconic. Indeed, it's hard to imagine the Tower of Pisa without its characteristic tilt. This architectural oddity has become a symbol of Italian charm, drawing millions of visitors each year. But what if, hypothetically speaking, we were to straighten it? The Tower of Pisa, after all, was not designed to lean. It's a result of a construction mishap, a flawed foundation, and the soft soil of Pisa. But over the centuries, this unintentional lean has become the tower's defining feature. It's a testament to the unpredictability of human endeavors, a monument to our capacity to adapt and appreciate the unexpected. Now consider a world where the Tower of Pisa stands perfectly vertical. Would it still hold the same appeal? Would the millions of tourists still flock to this small city in Tuscany to snap a picture with a straight tower? The charm of the Tower of Pisa lies not in its perfection, but in its imperfection. It's a quirk, a curiosity, a testament to the whims of fate and the resilience of human ingenuity. Straightening the Tower of Pisa could be seen as an engineering triumph, a testament to our technological advancements. But in doing so, we risk losing a piece of history, a unique attraction that has stood, albeit at an angle, for hundreds of years. The tower's tilt is a part of its story, a story of resilience and adaptation. To straighten it would be to rewrite this narrative, to erase a part of its history. There's a certain beauty in the tower's lean, a charm that can't be replicated by a perfectly vertical structure. It's a reminder that not everything in life needs to be perfect, that there's beauty in the unexpected and charm in the unconventional. So, while we could straighten the tower, perhaps it's best to let it continue to lean. After all, the world is filled with straight towers, but there's only one Leaning Tower of Pisa. So there we have it, the Leaning Tower of Pisa, a marvel of engineering and a testament to the power of nature. We've delved into the intriguing lean that has puzzled and fascinated us for centuries. We've explored the valiant attempts of the past to straighten the tower and the modern techniques that could potentially achieve this feat. We've also pondered over the charm that the lean brings to the tower, a charm that draws millions to the small city of Pisa every year. While our engineering prowess may be capable of correcting the lean, doing so could strip the tower of its unique allure. Perhaps it's the imperfections that truly make us appreciate the beauty of this world. Thank you for joining me, Neuro, on this exploration of the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Until next time, keep exploring and keep learning.